Hello and welcome. You're watching Raj Sabha TV. I'm Rajat Kane. This is Breakfast News. Here are the top headlines of the day so far. Election Commission writes to political parties against use of caste, race, religion or languages for campaigning. Clarifies photographs of constitutional authorities cannot be used for poll purposes. Chief Minister's panel on demonetization recommends abolishing merchant discount rate, wants subsidy to small merchants for purpose of purchasing smartphones. India and UAE to sign strategic cooperation agreement along with over a dozen pacts, visiting Abu Dhabi Crown Prince to hold talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Donald Trump speaks to Prime Minister Modi over phone, invites him to visit US later this year, calls India true friend and partner. And setback for British Prime Minister Brexit plans. UK Supreme Court rules government must seek Parliament's approval. Now we have election news coming up next. The Election Commission has written to all recognized national and state political parties, asking them not to seek votes in the name of religion, caste, race, community or language. The poll panel also said that the campaigning must not be in any manner in the contravention to the recent Supreme Court judgment on the matter. The Apex Court had held that any appeal to vote or refrain from voting for a candidate on the ground of religion, caste, race, community or language would amount to corrupt practice sufficient to annul the elections. The poll panel has also asked parties to inform its cadres and candidates about ruling of the Supreme Court. The EC also said such appeals will also fall under the ambit of Model Code of Conduct. The Election Commission has also clarified that photographs of constitutional authorities cannot be used for poll purposes. This came after Congress used President Pranab Mukherjee's picture on a poll hoarding in Ludhiana. The panel said the constitutional authorities cannot be associated with any political party. The President's Secretariat had pointed out Election Commission the photographs of President and Vice President are being used by political parties. The Secretariat urged the poll watchdog to issue suitable instructions in this regard. The poll panel has said, apart from photographs of President and Vice President, photographs of governors of the state should also not be associated with or used in any manner in the campaigning. President Pranab Mukherjee will hand over the awards to Best Electoral Practices to over 20 government officials today to mark 7th National Voters' Day. Government officers serving West Bengal and Tamil Nadu have bagged the maximum number of awards for innovative electoral practices this year. National Voters' Day aims at promoting participation in elections and increasing voter enrollment, especially of youngsters in the age group of 18 to 19. Since its inception in 2011, voter enrollment among the age group of 18 to 19 years has increased from 12 to 75%. This year, the Election Commission will also hand over electronic photo ID card to future voters in the age group of 15 to 17 as part of awareness initiative. BJP has released a third list of 67 candidates for the UP Assembly polls, which includes the name of former BSP leader Swami Prasad Maurya, who had joined the party recently. Besides Maurya, the party has also given tickets to two other former BSP leaders, R.K. Chaudhary and Dara Singh Chauhan. BJP so far has announced names of 370 candidates for 403 Assembly seats. For the remaining 33 seats, the party is in talks with its allies Apna Dal and Bharatiya Samaj Party. Most of the 67 candidates announced are for the seats which will go to polls in the 6th and 7th phase. The Samajwadi Party has named 40 star campaigners for Uttar Pradesh elections. The names have been submitted to the Election Commission. What is interesting, however, is Shivpal Yadav does not find a mention in the list. The list contains names of Mulayam Singh Yadav, Akhilesh Yadav and 38 others, but not his uncle Shivpal. His exclusion from the list highlights severe divide within the first family of Samajwadi Party ever since the move to make Akhilesh Yadav chief of the party was taken. Shivpal Yadav was removed from the post of state party chief. Signs that all is not well were evident when Shivpal Yadav did not attend press conference where Akhilesh Yadav released party's manifesto on January 22nd. The list of campaigners include Kiran Moidanda, Azam Khan, Ram Gopal Yadav, Naresh Agrawal, Jaya Bachchan and Rajendra Chaudhary, besides state presidents of SP Yuvjan Sabha, Mulayam Singh Youth Brigade and Samajwadi Party leaders from Maharashtra, Abu Asim Azmi. Scrutiny of nomination for the first phase of elections in Uttar Pradesh will be held today. Polling for 73 constituencies spread over 15 districts in western UP will take place on February 11th. The last day of withdrawal of the candidature is January 27th. On Tuesday, Akhilesh Yadav kicked off Samajwadi Party's election campaign from Sultanpur. Targeting BJP-led government at the centre, Akhilesh alleged that it could cooperate in the union budget some of the ambitious schemes announced in the SP manifesto to take credit for them. The Samajwadi Party national president also ridiculed Achhe Din promise of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, promising to make metro in UP a reality. Akhilesh also highlighted achievements of his government in the past 5 years. He'll be holding his second rally in Lakhimpur today.
एक ऐसी पार्टी को जिता दिया जिसने कहा कि अच्छे दिन आ जाएंगे। हम सुल्तानपुर के लोगों से पूछना चाहते हैं, बताओ अच्छे दिन कहां हैं? मैं ये बात कह के जा रहा हूं बड़ी जिम्मेदारी के साथ पत्रकार साथियों के साथ। आप देख लेना जब बजट उनका आएगा तो कहीं न कहीं हमारे समाजवादियों ने जो काम किए उनकी नकल करने का काम उनका बजट करेगा, क्योंकि इतने अच्छे काम किसी सरकार ने नहीं किए।
The Congress party has submitted Election Commission its list of 40 star campaigners for the UP Assembly elections. The names include Priyanka Gandhi and party Vice President Rahul Gandhi. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh and Party President Sonia Gandhi are also in the party's list of star campaigners. Ghulam Nabi Azad, Raj Babbar, Sheila Dikshit, Manish Tiwari, Bhupendra Singh Hooda, Ashok Gehlot and former Lok Sabha Speaker Meera Kumar will also campaign in UP for the Congress.
कांग्रेस की नया डूबते दिख रही है, इसलिए उन्होंने ये विषय कोई नई विषय नहीं है। हर एक चुनाव में उनकी लोगों के मन में आती है कि फलाना प्रचार करने से कांग्रेस पार्टी आगे बढ़ जाएगी, लेकिन बढ़ना तो कोई होती नहीं है।
On to Uttarakhand, where Congress has released its list of 5 candidates in its second list. The total number of nominees it has declared so far is 68 for the 70-member state assembly. The list includes Prabhulal Bahuguna from Raipur Assembly seat, Balkishan from Bageshwar and Rajendra Barkoti from Someshwar seat. In the first list, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Harish Rawat will contest from 2 seats, Kicha and Haridwar Rural. Election to 70-member Uttarakhand Assembly is scheduled to take place on February 15th and counting shall take place on March 11th. A day after BJP President Amit Shah said the next Goa government would function under Manohar Parrikar's leadership, fueling speculation of his possible return to Goa politics, Chief Minister Lakshmikant Parsekar has hinted at continuing as State's Chief Minister, claiming that the mood of people is in his favour. In an interview to the news agency PTI, Parsekar said, "In the last 1.5 years, I've got several things on track. It's obvious that if I get continuity, it will be better for the state." Responding to Amit Shah's statement, Parsekar said he had never demanded the CM's post in the first place. Punjab Deputy Chief Minister Sukhbir Singh Badal on Tuesday released his party Shiromani Akali Dal's manifesto for the upcoming Punjab Assembly polls. Called a progressive-oriented manifesto, the party has promised jobs and turning Amritsar into tourism hub. It also promises Wi-Fi connectivity and CCTV in all villages of the state. Also on offer are 20 lakhs jobs and skilling of youth of Punjab. The SAD said it will turn Amritsar into most beautiful city where employment will grow as tourism grows. Punjab is going to polls on February 4th in one-phase elections. The results will be declared on March 11th.
Sewerage, water supply, complete concrete gullies and solar light. Complete. We will make Punjab villages on power with urban sector. That is my now priority.
Rubbishing Shiromani Akali Dal poll manifesto as a bunch of lies aimed at misleading people, Punjab Congress President Captain Amrinder Singh on Tuesday said the Badals had failed to implement even 20% of promises they had made during the last elections.
वो तो हमारी बातें की हैं, जो हमने कहा है वही उठा के उन्हें कर दी। अगर ये बात करना चाहते हैं किसानों के लिए तो 10 साल से सो रहे थे क्या?
Now let's see some other stories. Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, will be accorded a ceremonial reception at the forecourts of Rashtrapati Bhavan today. The Crown Prince is the chief guest of 68th Republic Day Parade on Thursday. He arrived in New Delhi on Tuesday on a 3-day visit. As a special gesture, he was received at the airport by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He will be holding talks with Prime Minister later today. The two countries are expected to ink strategic agreements to elevate their relationship to a comprehensive strategic partnership, providing for greater cooperation in the areas such as defense and security. Cooperation in areas including energy security, space and civil nuclear energy is also high on the agenda. Sheikh Mohammed is accompanied by a high-level delegation including ministers, senior officials and industry leaders.
UAE has decided to become a strategic partner in the energy sector and will be both investing and filling up one of our key strategic petroleum reserves. We hope that the negotiations would conclude today.
US President Donald Trump has invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit United States later this year. The two leaders spoke over the phone last night at 11:30 p.m. Indian time and discussed issues such as trade, defense and terrorism. Besides this, they also discussed security of the region of South and Central Asia. Trump's telephone call comes 4 days after Republican President took oath as 45th President of the United States, with Prime Minister Modi being the fifth leader he spoke to after assuming the office. The White House said that during the call, President Trump emphasized that the U.S. considers India a true friend and a partner in addressing challenges around the world. It added, President Trump and Prime Minister Modi resolved that U.S. and India stand shoulder to shoulder in global fight against terrorism. Modi later said he invited President Trump to visit India. He also said they agreed to work closely in the future to strengthen ties. However, Trump's Buy America, Hire America policy and plans to clamp down on H-1B visas has caused some unease in the Indian IT industry. Time for a short break. More on the other side.
In the Lutyens bungalow zone of Delhi, there is a perception that you are not a favorite of the central leadership. Why?
I was a disciplined soldier. I am a disciplined soldier. The people of the state would be giving the mandate.
Because Aam Aadmi Party is very clear that they are an anti-casino culture party, but BJP's stand has been that of a flip-flop.
We are unnecessarily being tarnished. All the 6 casinos which are floating in Mandavis is the gift of Congress government.
Watch To The Point with Goa Chief Minister Lakshmikant Parsekar only on Rajya Sabha television.
St. Thomas Basilica, one of the world's 3 churches that is built over the Tomb of Apostles. St. Thomas was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ who brought Christianity to India. With an underground tomb where the remains of St. Thomas are laid, this magnificent basilica is of Gothic architecture. The stained glass of the church depicts some divine moments of St. Thomas's life. In 2006, this church was conferred with the status of National Shrine.
Welcome back. A high-level committee of chief ministers in promoting digital payments submitted its interim report to Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday. The team led by Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu says that the key to success of digital payments in the country was to bring down cost of digital transactions. The committee has recommended that subsidy of ₹1,000 be given to purchase of smartphones by non-tax assessees and small merchants. The report has also advised that merchants doing digital transactions should not be subject to retrospective taxations. Further, it has recommended levy of transaction tax for cash transaction ₹50,000 and above. The panel has also suggested that merchant discount rate or MDR be abolished to make digital payments cheaper than cash.
Tax incentives to be extended to micro ATMs, biometric sensors, domestic production has to be encouraged. Third one, tax refund for consumers using digital payment up to a certain proportion of annual income. Small players, we have to help them, we have to give incentives for them. For Aadhaar Pay, biometric, fingerprint, iris sensors to be provided, 50% subsidy to all merchant points. Fifth one, APES to be promoted by incentivizing and not charging MDR. This is very crucial recommendation, no MDR at all. And also cost of communication should be zero.
The Union Cabinet on Tuesday decided to waive over 660 crore rupee interest payment on the short-term crop loan for November and December 2016. The decision is expected to come as a huge relief for the farmers who were affected by cash crunch on the account of demonetization. The Cabinet also gave rupees 400 crore to NABARD to bear the refinancing cost of cooperative banks. The move entitles farmers to a refund of interest on short-term loans in the demonetization period. The amount will be credited in their bank account through direct benefit transfer. Data for 2016-17 shows the government has set a target to disperse agri credit of rupees 9 lakh crore, of which 7.56 lakh crore was dispersed to farmers till September last year. In another move, the Cabinet also cleared land swap between Bihar government and the Airports Authority of India for expansion and development of Patna Airport. It also approved transfer of 11.35 acre owned by Bihar government to Airport Authority of India by exchanging an equivalent land. It also approved Indian Institute of Management Bill 2017 that declares IIMs as institution of national importance with statutory powers. IT will also allow IIMs to award degree instead of diplomas. The demonetization drive has impacted farmers' farming community by draining away the liquidity, the measure adversely impacting sector that is heavily dependent on the cash. The agriculture sector is now looking for firm policy direction in the upcoming budget. Kriti Mishra's report explained what are the expectations of the community.
The agriculture sector has borne the brunt of demonetization. Most of the transactions for seeds, fertilizers, tools or salary payments are all carried out in cash. Sale, transport and distribution of products at mandis are also heavily dependent on cash. Moreover, with the RBI banning the exchange of old notes at all cooperative banks, farmers want the government to waive off their loans in order to tide over their losses.
नोटबंदी से हमें किसानों को बहुत ही ज़्यादा परेशानी आई। हमारे खेत बीज और खाद वगैरह नहीं बोए हैं। सरकार से हम बजट से ये चाहते हैं कि हमारा कर्जा माफ हो और हमारे जो फसल की कीमत बढ़नी चाहिए।
Experts expect greater allocation for the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana that will bring in more land under irrigation. The target was 28 lakh hectares for financial year 2017. Funds allocated for Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana may also increase from 5,500 crore rupees. An interest rate cut for agriculture credit under different schemes is also expected.
50% houses will not have anything to do. Their kitchens will close down. The children's marriages, everything is on Kisan Credit Card today. So therefore we need a policy today. The government in the budget must bring out a policy where the Kisan can sustain agriculture.
The Niti Ayog's task force on agriculture development has also offered its suggestions. This was after the Finance Ministry for the first time invited suggestions on Twitter on Budget 2017-18. According to initial reports, India wants the Finance Minister to focus more on agriculture in his union budget. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
The multi-barrel rocket system guided Pinaka rocket was successfully test fired for the second time from the Launch Complex 3 of the Integrated Test Range Launch Pad at Chandipur in Odisha today. The test was conducted at 12 p.m. on Tuesday, and Pinaka rocket Mark II equipped with navigation and guidance and control kit was transformed into guided Pinaka. The conversion facilitated range enhancement and improvement in Pinaka's accuracy The range of rocket has increased from 40 to 70 kilometers with an improved accuracy from 500 meters to 50 meters. Its first successful test flight was conducted from the same venue on January 12th. India at present is operating 2 regiments of Pinaka and has ordered 2 more regiments. The Defence Acquisition Council last year cleared proposal for 6 additional regiments at the cost of 14,633 crore rupees. Security forces gunned down 2 militants belonging to Lashkar-e-Taiba outfit in Gandarbal of Kashmir Valley on Tuesday. Following a tip-off about the presence of militants in the Handura village of the district, security forces cordoned off the area and launched a search operations. During the search operation, the militants opened fire on the security forces and gun battle ensued. 2 AK assault rifles, ammunition and hand grenade were recovered from the possession of slain militants. A police spokesperson said the slain terrorist had been directed by the Pakistan-based mentors to carry out attack on the eve of Republic Day. This is the second major encounter in Kashmir this year. Earlier on January 16, security forces killed 3 militants in an encounter in Pahalgam area of South Kashmir.
During the operation, 2 foreign terrorists named Abu Anas and Abu Ali have been eliminated. Both of them belong to Lashkar-e-Taiba Tanzim, and arms and ammunition have been recovered from them.
In a setback to British Prime Minister Theresa May, the country's Supreme Court has ruled that government must seek parliamentary approval before formally initiating process to leave European Union. Theresa May had earlier vowed to invoke Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty to leave bloc by the end of March this year, but the judgment means May cannot begin talks with the European Union until MPs and peers give their backing. Tuesday's decision confirms that an earlier High Court ruling. The UK's 11 most senior judges voted by 8-3 to reject government's appeal against earlier ruling, but the court ruled Scottish Parliament and Welsh Northern Ireland assemblies did not need a say. The British government said while it was disappointed with the ruling, it will bring parliamentary bill within days. The opposition says it would hold government to account.
When the UK withdraws from the EU treaties, a source of UK law will be cut off. Further, certain rights enjoyed by UK citizens will be changed. Therefore, the government cannot trigger Article 50 without Parliament authorising that course.
We will shortly introduce legislation allowing the government to move ahead with invoking Article 50, which starts the formal process of withdrawing from the European Union. The purpose of this bill is simply to give the government the power to invoke Article 50 and begin the process of leaving the European Union.
We have been making the point ever since the referendum that Parliament must be involved. We must be able to hold the government to account. That's what Parliament exists for, to hold them to account, to make sure that the negotiations actually are for the benefit of all of the people of this country, however they voted in the referendum.
The Supreme Court has asked the Centre and the BCCI to suggest name for the appointment of administrators to run country's cricket governing body. The Apex Court rejecting all 9 names submitted by the BCCI Council, asserting that any individual over the age of 70 will not qualify for the post. The court, however, allowed the BCCI to suggest 3 names after following due process to represent it at the ICC meeting in the first week of February. The 3-judge bench has given set January 27 deadline to suggest names and post the matter for the hearing on January 30th. In its January 2nd order, the Supreme Court removed Anurag Thakur as BCCI president and disqualified all the board members and its state association officials who failed to meet new norms set by Justice Lodha committee.
फ्राइडे तक इनको सील्ड कवर में अपना नाम देना है और सुप्रीम कोर्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव पैनल की घोषणा अगले 30 जनवरी को 3 बजे इस मुकदमे की सुनवाई के लिए रखा है.
And finally, Damien Chazelle's Grammy ode to classic Hollywood musicals, La La Land swept the 89th Academy Award nomination by becoming the only 3rd movie in the Oscars history to bag record 14 nods.
That's incredible.
The movie bagged nominations in all key categories, including Best Picture, Best Director for Chazelle, and Best Actress and Actor for its leading stars. La La Land equaled the record 14 nominations of All About Eve in 1959 and Titanic in 1997.
What? Come on.
The second most nominated films this year are sci-fi drama Arrival and coming-of-age story Moonlight, with both bagging 8 nominations each. British Indian actor Dev Patel bagged his first nomination in the Best Supporting Actor category for the movie Lion. The 2017 Academy Awards will be held on February 26th.
Good on the plane? Yeah, good.
Boo, Mummy, and
Dad. What do you mean, reality? Do you have any...
That's it for now. Keep watching Rajya Sabha TV.